I spent 2 hours reverse searching a woman's face from his Instagram story just to find out she was his coworker's wife. I need to confess something as a woman. When you go silent, we lose our minds. I've checked a man's last seen 47 times in 1 hour. I've screenshot his stories to analyze with friends. I've driven by his house pretending it was on my route, all because he chose silence over explanation. And I'm about to expose every twisted thing your silence makes us do. So you understand the psychological torture you're creating. Because once you know how deep our obsession goes, you'll never break your silence again. 5 stages of panic. Your silence breaks us down in 5 predictable stages. Stage 1, denial. Week 1, panic level 310. He's just giving me space. He'll text tomorrow. We convince ourselves you're playing a temporary game. Stage 2, bargaining. Week 2, 3. Panic level 610. Maybe if I like his old photo, he'll remember I exist. Subtle reaching starts. Viewing stories multiple times. Liking old posts. Stage 3, obsession. Month 1. Panic level 810. I need to know who he's with, what he's doing. Full digital stalking mode activated. We're checking everything constantly. Stage 4, self-destruction. Month 2. Panic level 1010. Maybe I was never good enough. Maybe he found someone better. Complete ego collapse. We question our entire worth. Stage 5, devastation. Month 3 plus. I lost someone who would have loved me forever. Either deep regret or bitter resentment sets in. Real timeline example from my own experience. Week 1, he'll text by tonight. They always do. Week 3, asking friends. Should I just text him? Week 6, liking his photos from 6 months ago. Week 8, accidentally driving by his house twice. Week 12, finally texting. Hey stranger, hope you're well. If you're recognizing these patterns and want to see how deep female psychology really goes when you go silent, hit that subscribe button. I'm exposing secrets most women take to their grave. And what I'm about to show you next will reveal the obsessive thoughts that consume us 24/7. But these stages are just what you can observe. The real torture happens inside our minds, and the thoughts we have will terrify you. Obsessive thoughts. Let me take you inside the female mind during your silence. Here's the actual conversation happening in our heads 24/7. Why isn't he fighting for me? Every rom-com, every movie told us men chase. When you don't, our entire worldview crumbles. Did he ever really love me? We start rewriting the entire relationship history, questioning every I love you. Is he with someone else already? This thought consumes us. We imagine scenarios, create stories, torture ourselves with possibilities. What did I do to deserve this silence? The guilt starts eating us alive. We replay every fight, every harsh word. How could he just disappear? This is the thought that breaks us. The man who once called us beautiful now treats us like we don't exist. I need to confess what happened to me. When a man stayed silent for 3 months, these thoughts consumed my life. I couldn't focus at work. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't enjoy anything. I was having full conversations with him in my head, imagining what I'd say if he came back. I rehearsed apologies for things I wasn't even sure I did wrong. Your silence doesn't just hurt our feelings. It rewires our brain to obsess about you. Every unanswered question becomes a mental loop we can't escape. But the way your silence completely rewrites how we see you is the real game changer. Reprogramming. Your silence doesn't just hurt us. It completely rewrites how we see you. Before your silence, we saw you as someone who would always wait. Someone we could lose without really losing. Someone who needed us more than we needed them. After your silence, we start thinking, maybe he was never chasing me. He was choosing me. Maybe I never had the power I thought I did. Maybe he was the strong one all along. Here's the exact moment my perception shifted. I was scrolling through old photos of us, and I realized something terrifying. In every picture, he looked genuinely happy, content, not desperate or needy. And I thought, what if I wasn't doing him a favor by being with him? What if he was doing me one? That realization destroyed me because it meant everything I believed about our relationship was wrong. Your silence proves that you were never weak. You were just choosing to tolerate our behavior. And now that you've stopped, we're forced to see ourselves for who we really are. But this perception shift triggers something even more devastating. The moment we finally understand what we've lost, the breaking point. There's a specific moment when we completely shatter. And it's not what you think. It's not when we miss you. It's when we realize what we threw away. Month 4 plus is when the devastation hits. Not because we can't live without you, but because we finally see the truth we've been running from. I broke at month 5. I was scrolling through old photos, and I found one where he was looking at me while I was laughing at something on my phone. The way he was looking at me, like I was the most beautiful thing in the world. And I realized I had someone who loved me like that, and I destroyed it. Here's what breaks us. Remembering how you used to light up when we walked in the room. Realizing you probably defended us to your friends when we weren't there. Understanding that every time we pushed you away, you chose to stay. Seeing that you fought for us even when we made it impossible. The breaking point isn't about missing the relationship. It's about mourning the man we lost. Someone who saw our potential when we couldn't see it ourselves. Someone who loved us through our worst moments. Someone who would have built a life with us. By the time we're ready to reach out, you're no longer the same person. You've had months to heal, grow, realize your worth. You no longer need our validation to feel complete. And that's the most terrifying realization of all. The person we're finally ready to appreciate no longer needs our appreciation. But here's how you can make your silence so powerful that we never recover from it. Unbreakable silence. Here are the 4 rules of powerful silence. Rule 1. No explanation. Don't announce you're going silent. Just stop responding. The mystery is part of the power. Rule 2. The 90-day minimum. Commit to at least 3 months. Week 1-2, she's testing if you'll break. Week 3-8, she's starting to panic. Week 9-12, she's reaching breaking point. After 90 days, she either transforms or removes herself. Rule 3. Social media strategy. Don't block her. Let her watch you thrive. Post your growth, your wins, your new life, but never post for her attention. Rule 4. The return test. When she reaches out, and she will, wrong response. OMG, I missed you so much. Right response. Good to hear from you. How have you been? Then continue at your pace. Focus on becoming, not proving. Hit the gym. Start new projects. Reconnect with friends. Let her watch you become the version of yourself she never thought you'd be without her. Remember, you're not going silent to punish her. You're going silent to protect your peace and reclaim your power. And when you master this completely, something beautiful happens to you. Transformation. When you master silence, something beautiful happens. You stop caring if she breaks. You stop checking if she's watching. You stop hoping she'll regret losing you, because you realize the greatest gift she gave you was showing you how to live without her. Your silence becomes less about her and more about you. Less about punishment and more about peace. Less about revenge and more about self-respect. I've seen men transform through silence. They stop seeking validation and start commanding respect. They stop chasing and start choosing. They stop proving their worth and start knowing their worth. And women notice, not just the woman who left, but all women. Because a man who can walk away in silence is a man who knows his value. Your silence isn't just hurting her. It's healing you. It's not just breaking her down. It's building you up. It's teaching you who you really are when you stop explaining yourself to people who refuse to see your worth. So remember this. Final reflection. Your silence is hurting her more than you think. But I need to be honest with you about something. This isn't really about hurting her. It's about stopping the cycle of hurting yourself. I know this sounds manipulative. I know sharing these secrets makes me look bad. But here's the truth I've learned. Your silence isn't manipulation. It's self-preservation. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do for someone who hurt you is to stop letting them hurt you. Every second you stay silent, you're breaking the cycle of proving your worth to someone who refused to see it. Let her wonder. Let her regret. Let her feel your absence. Because your silence is the loudest message you'll ever send. I'm done explaining my worth to someone who refused to see it. I choose my peace over your chaos. I'm not the same person you thought you could control. Your silence is doing what your words never could. making her question her own value, making her miss what she took for granted, making her realize she lost someone who genuinely cared. Don't break your silence to ease her pain. She created this situation. Let her live in it. Your silence isn't cruel, it's justice. And sometimes justice is the most loving thing you can give someone. If you're going to try this silent strategy, comment day 1 below. I want to see how many of you actually have the strength to do it. And come back in 30 days and tell me what happened. If this opened your eyes to how female psychology really works, smash that like button and subscribe for more secrets that most women will never tell you. Here's what you need to watch next. My video on Master these 5 female weaknesses and take control. Because understanding the power of silence is just the beginning. Click that video. Your transformation is waiting.